Now, ladies and gentlemen, how did it happen that salt is here underground? There are actually two versions of the explanation, two versions of the story. The first one is the geological version, and the second one is the official version called the Kinga's legend. But first, the geological explanation. This salt is here because of the sea that was here about 14 million years ago. At that time, 14 million years ago, we had something similar to the Dead Sea here. Small and very salty sea. Climate was hot and dry, so throughout thousands of years, water just evaporated, salt was left. After that, this salt was covered by mudstones, sandstones, and other types of rocks, and the pressure caused creation of the rock salt. So, for example, the Dead Sea on the border of Israel will become the underground salt layer like this. They will have to just wait about 5 or 6 million years, and then they will have their own underground museum. And so, as I said, almost everything here is salt, because miners were leaving so-called protective salt layers everywhere to secure the chambers and tunnels from collapsing. Salt is quite a plastic material, so it's moving along with the rock. But in many places these layers were not thick enough. That's why we have to install the constructions, wooden constructions, but also the anchors. Here you can see the old type of an anchor. That's the metal screw that is installed into the rock to stick it with surrounding environment. But as you can imagine, metal plus salt plus water, it's not a very good connection. That's why nowadays rather we are using plastic anchors with epoxy glue. All the white spots on the walls you will be able, like these ones here, are the places where the plastic anchors were shot into the rock to stick it with surrounding environment. Now let's go to listen about the official version of the story here. As you will see here on the right side, writing on walls is strictly forbidden in this one. You must know that all the statues and all the carvings in our mine were made not by specialist artists, but by simple miners. They were talented, but still simple, self-taught miners carving in their spare time. These were made here in 1967 to tell you an official version of the story about why we have salt down here. The story is called the Kinga's legend, and it's about Princess Kinga, the lady here in the middle. She was the daughter of Hungarian ruler Bela IV, and she was to marry Polish Prince Bolesław. So she wanted to give Poland something very precious as a wedding gift. And she was long wondering what could it be? Gold, silver, maybe money? But Poland was a very rich country at the time, had plenty of these. So Kinga decided to give us something that we didn't have, and it was salt. At the time, salt was much more precious than, for example, silver, because people were using salt to preserve food. So Kinga asked her father, Bela IV, to give us one of the biggest Hungarian salt mines, the mine in Maramuresh in Hungary. Now it's on the area of today's Romania. Bela IV agreed, and as a sign of taking the Maramuresh mine into possession and giving it to Polish people, Kinga threw her engagement ring into one of the shafts there in Hungary. When she came to Poland, to Krakow, she had a strange dream in which someone ordered her to dig a deep hole in the ground here in Wieliczka. So next day